of segment AB. So here's segment from A to B, and we want to find the coordinates of this midpoint, somewhere in between here. Now let's go ahead and make this right triangle, and this point will be the point. It's going to have the same x coordinate as that one, and it's going to have the same y coordinate as that one, which is -2. And I'm going to try to find the midpoint along the horizontal, and I'm going to be using the two x's. And to find the middle means to find the average. So I'm going to take -5 plus 3 divided by 2, and then this is going to be -1. So at -1 is the halfway point, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right, to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right. So that is going to be the midpoint from here to here. Now I'd like to find the midpoint between the y coordinates here. And again, I'm going to find the average, and then this answer will be 1. So right here at 1, that's the halfway point at 3 units here, 3 units here. Now if I were to go across here, and I were to go up here, this point right here that has an x coordinate of -1 and a y coordinate of 1 is what we call the midpoint of segment AB. Okay, what we just did is what we call the midpoint formula. And this right here is what I did with the actual numbers. I took the x's, added them up together, divided by 2, and that'll be the x part of my answer. And then I took the y's here and divided by 2, and that'll be the y part of my answer for the midpoint. All right, let's go ahead and do some examples. I'd like to find the midpoint. So I'm going to take the two x's, add them up and divide by 2. So midpoint M will be equal to 1 plus 4 divided by 2. Now I'm going to take the two y's, which is -3 plus 2, and divide by 2. And if I simplify, the answer is going to be 5/2, and then this answer will be -1/2. So this will be the midpoint. Now let's take a look at what would happen if I was given the midpoint. So if I was already given the midpoint at 2, 1, and one of my endpoints was J, they're asking us to find the other endpoint, which is K. All right, so let's go ahead and write this down up. My midpoint is 2, 1. One of my points is J, which is 1, 4, and the other point, I don't know. Okay, according to the formula, I'm going to take my two x's, I'm going to add them up, divide by 2, and this will be my answer, which is 2. If I cross multiply, I'm going to get 1 plus x is equal to 4, and therefore x is equal to 3. All right, to figure out the y, I'm going to take the two y's at the endpoints, 4 plus y, divide by 2, and I know that the answer is going to be 1. I'm going to cross multiply, and I can see that my answer will be -2. So the answer to this K, point K, will be 3, -2. And if you look at my diagram, there I am right here at 3, -2. Okay, why don't you try it? Stop the screencast and try this on your own, and then go ahead and start it up again. And I'll go ahead and write down the answer after you try it on your own. Okay, so this particular answer, M, will be equal to 1 plus 7 divided by 2 and 2 plus 8 divided by 2. So the answer will be 4, 5. Now here's one of those problems where the midpoint has been given, one of the endpoints has been given, and we are to find the other endpoint. Now we can go through the process I showed you a few minutes ago, or you can do something else. Knowing if you have a graph like I have then what you can do is you can say, well, to get to the midpoint, I have to go up 3 units and over 1. So to get to the other endpoint, I'm going to have to go up 3 units and over 1 as well. Now remember, the midpoint was this. So you will have to go over 1 unit, that'll mean 3, and it'll have to go up 3 units, and up 3 units for 4 is 7. So instead of going through all the algebra I showed you before, we can actually use the graph to help us. Our next item is to find distance AB. So the distance from A to B, we would like to find that distance. And again, this point is 3, -2. Again, it matches the x's here, matches the y's right here. Now, this distance right here, we can just take the 2 y's. We can take the absolute value, 4, take away a -2, absolute value, and the answer is 6. You can also actually just count and see that this is 6 units as well. Now we can take the x's and we can take the absolute value of their difference, and this answer will be equal to 8. Or you can just actually count all the units and see that it's 8. Okay, when this is done, we have a right triangle and we can actually find AB, which is a hypotenuse squared, is equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared. And then to figure out AB, I'm going to just take the square root of 8 squared plus 6 squared, which will be root 64 plus 36, which is going to be root 100, and the answer is 10. All right, now what I just did was the distance formula. Remember how I took the absolute value of the difference between the x's. When you take this number and you square it, you no longer need the absolute value sign. Again, I'm taking the y's away, and it's the absolute value, but since I'm going to square it, I can drop the absolute value, and I have this. So here is the distance formula. All right, so let's try to figure out PQ. PQ, you can see that these are by 5s, by 10s, I'm sorry. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40. So distance PQ is 40, distance QR, and these are going by 10 again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So this distance is going to be 70. And we'd like to find PR. So we can actually just use the distance formula. PR is equal to root, and then we're just going to do 40 squared plus 70 squared. And this will be 1600 plus 4900, and this will be the square root of 6500. And 6500 is 65 times 100. Square root of 100 is 10, so it's 10 root 65. That's a way to do it with a Pythagorean theorem. The other way to do it is with points. This point is 10, 50, and this point is 80, 10. And you can actually find the distance using the distance formula. So I would take away the 2 x's. So that'll be 80, take away 10, squared, plus, now we're going to take away the 2 y's. So since I started with 80 here, I want to start with 10 here. 10, take away 50, squared. This number will be 70. So this will be 70 squared. Notice how that matches with the 70 I have up there. And this is going to be -40, but when you square -40, the answer is going to be positive. So I'll write -40 squared, but I know that when I square it, I will still get the same answers I did over here. I'll get 4900 plus 1600, and that will simplify to 10 root 65. Okay, our last problem. This is our exit ticket. Why don't you try this problem? Stop the screencast, get all of those answers, and then when you restart it, I will show you the answer. Okay, we're back, and here is the answer. You can see I found the midpoint by averaging the x's and averaging the y's, and I figured out the distance using the distance formula, but I also showed you using the Pythagorean theorem. And this is the end of lesson 1-3.